I quietly bought the house I'd always wanted. No fanfare, no family tour, no Instagram reveal. After years of being a dependable one, I finally did something purely for myself. A sleek lakefront place tucked into Colorado pines. It was mine. Every tile, every coat of paint, every paid bill, until the neighbor's voice on the phone cut through my celebration. "Someone's in your house," she said, unsure. Champagne still in my hand, I went cold. I hadn't told a soul. Who would be inside? I drove out, heart pounding, parked out of sight, and crept to a side window. Through the glass I saw my brother, grinning, his wife and their 2 kids, popping bubbly and filming themselves. "Welcome to our new place," the kid chirped. Hashtags floated in my mind. Hashtag family goals. Hashtag dream home. They weren't just visiting. They were throwing a housewarming. I called the police with a steady voice. This was more than trespass. It felt like a violation, an entitlement soaked in arrogance. The officers escorted them off the property. No arrest that night, but that was only the beginning. It turned out my brother had snooped. He'd rifled through my bag at a family dinner, found the address, snapped photos, and convinced himself that a temporary move-in while they sorted things out would go unnoticed. What he didn't realize was that the house had cameras, motion sensors, audio, and clear legal papers proving I owned every inch. And I had a grudge that had been quietly rising for a long time. I spent the next week thinking, not shouting. I invited him over and put on an act of concern. "Maybe we should co-own it," I suggested, keeping my tone soft. He beamed, smug, relieved, certain he'd wrangled a solution. I handed him a folder and watched him sign, thinking he was agreeing to a generous offer. The document was a trap. Under the guise of a co-ownership agreement was a sworn statement, drafted by my lawyer, notarized, witnessed, where he admitted unauthorized entry, mail tampering, property damage, changing locks, and attempting to occupy the property by deception. When I turned the page and showed him the truth, his smile vanished. But I hadn't stopped there. Before I even confronted him, I'd leased the house, quietly, to a high-end film production for 6 months. They paid far above the mortgage. The property was off limits to everyone, myself included, fully secured for the shoot, while my brother spun his version of events to the family. Portray me as unkind and selfish. I let him keep telling the lie until production's billboards started going up in town. Then the story reversed. His version unraveled under the bright letters and the public record. With the rental income, I bought a second property, set my boundaries even farther away, and let the neighborhood see who had actually been acting in bad faith. He hadn't been cheated, he'd been exposed. So if someone thinks they can walk into your quiet and take it as theirs, let them. Watch them reveal their own truth. Then change the locks and rewrite the ending. Revenge doesn't have to be loud. Make it precise, legal, and exquisitely final.